Hey fans and future followers, I'm Nurse Jessica and this is Real Nurse Talk. Hey everyone out there, this week we've got a really exciting video for you. It's something super basic and obvious, but something people miss a lot and that can really change your life. And today we're talking about the miracle that is water and what it can do for you. All right, so before we get started, I'm really excited this week because I made a few investments and I'm hoping that this is gonna up the quality of these videos so that you can watch them with ease and you can hear and all these good things that will make these videos more effective. I've got a little mic, I've got my little clicker so I can start the video. So we're really excited here. And just on that note, sorry for the previous sound quality, but I appreciate you watching and sticking with me, and I just hope that these videos are going to get better and better. Okay, so some of you might be thinking, water, that sounds really boring. Why am I going to listen to this video? But here's some things about water, and I sort of wanted to share my testimony, if you will, about water and what it's done for me. So when I met my husband, I was pretty healthy. Both of us were. We exercised a lot. But I feel like in that time I still didn't really drink enough water, but I was just young and really active, so it didn't quite catch up with me. And then, you know, we had 2 kids. My youngest is still 5 months. But after I had my second, I realized, you know, I'd gained about 40 pounds that I hadn't lost, and I was feeling really overwhelmed by the thought of dieting and losing all that weight because it just felt really hard, especially when you're a parent and you're working full time and you've got just your other basic life things going on. So I decided, how about baby steps? Let's take some baby steps here. What's something that I can do to make my life better today, to make me feel better today, because your goal should always be health, not weight loss, but we're going to do another video on that at a later time. This is just about water. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to start drinking more water because I know that I'm not drinking enough water. And, you know, that's something that I can do that's free and that's easy in theory, right? And I decided I'm not even going to start, you know, hauling a gallon of water around a day and making sure that I'm drinking all of that because that feels like a lot right now. I'm just going to double today what I did yesterday. So for me, that was about, okay, I'm going to drink about 4 cups of water. So just to get some measurements down for clarification, a cup of water's 8 ounces, okay? So this is half a liter. This is 2 cups. So roughly 2 of these. So 4 cups is about a liter. So I went and bought a water bottle that I liked, so that was a liter, and I said if I can drink one of these a day, I'm on a good start. And I didn't even think about not drinking all the other stuff that I like to drink, like coffee or soda or whatever, because I'm a drink person. Maybe some of you can relate to that. I like having different drinks throughout the day. I don't know. That's just something that I like to do, but they weren't water. So I was like, I'm not even going to focus on not drinking that, because I think when you focus on not doing stuff, then sometimes starting with a negative mindset. I'm just going to focus with adding a positive habit. So that was drinking more water. So I started doing that, and my motivation was to lose weight, and I did. A lot of other things were factored into that as well, but I really feel like this was the key to beginning that. So, but not only was I losing weight okay. Sorry about that pause. My iPad got full, so I had to delete some stuff and make some space. So anyways, I started drinking water, right? So simple. And my goal was just to lose weight. But what ended up happening was not only that, but so much more. I mean, I just felt so much better. I had so much more energy. I was feeling like my whole body was just working better, that when I exercised, it was more efficient, that I was craving less bad things, that I was just really regular, to be very blunt. And my skin and my hair, everything just looked really good. And I was like, wow, I need to start telling people about this. Water's amazing, which is so obvious, right? But let's be honest, how many of you out there right now are drinking at least 2 liters of water a day? Be honest. That's what I thought. So that's what this video is about, and I'm hoping that I can motivate you and give you some tips and tricks to making drinking water a little bit easier, maybe a little bit more exciting, and I'm hoping that you can start to feel the benefits too. So like I said before, my body, just everything in my body started to feel like it was working better. I was thinking better, I was sleeping better, I was feeling more physically fit. So why does this happen, right? I want to kind of take some time to explain how water works. So according to the Mayo Clinic, our bodies are about 60% water. That's a lot. We're basically walking sacks of water with bones that have muscles connected to them, so we're not just blobs on the ground. Okay, maybe a little bit more than that. But we're mostly water. So we have to maintain that fluid balance, right? So think about it. The water is kind of like the medium for all bodily function, okay? Water, a lot of our body is fluid, and the base for that is water. So think about blood, think about plasma, think about any other secretions in your GI tract, saliva. The base for that is water. So when you have adequate water in your body and your cells are hydrated and you have an adequate volume of all these various fluids, it means you're digesting well, you're absorbing well, you're circulating well, you're transporting nutrients well. And if you're dehydrated, then your body's gonna be deficient in all of those areas. And that is not good. I feel like I just threw out a bunch of words: digestion, absorption, transportation. And not that you don't understand what those words mean, but you might not understand what that means within regards to the body. So I want to give you some more specific examples about what water is doing for you. So when you have adequate water, and this is by no means a full list, but just some things that I think are cool and that are definitely important. So when you have adequate water, your body can flush out waste and toxins better. And that's not only the food and other beverages that you're taking in that might not be the healthiest, but your body is constantly producing new cells, which means that old cells are also dying, and they create toxic byproducts at times, and other things that you're eating and digesting are creating byproducts. Those things can't stay in your body. If those things stay in your body, then you're going to end up starting to see some really negative outcomes. So when you're drinking water, it's helping your body flush all of that out so you're not carrying that around. Another thing is that all the good food that you eat, all the vitamins that you take, those need a way to be transported to different parts of your body. So that's happening when you're hydrated. It carries nutrients throughout the body, mainly via the bloodstream. So that's something that you need to happen too. And oxygen as well. What does your body need? Your body needs glucose, your body needs proteins, your body needs oxygen. These are the basic building blocks of cellular function. And without water, the foundation is lost. Another thing I want to talk about, and this is just something that I know affects a lot of people, is your regularity. So when you're dehydrated, you're going to be constipated, and that's no fun. So anytime your body is not working well in some way, that takes away from other aspects of your life, because you can't concentrate, you can't focus and be present and learn and interact with people and in a positive way. So think about being able to make this huge jump towards a healthier life by just drinking more water. Oh, one more thing I wanted to add, because I think this will hit home with a lot of people, is that water helps the integumentary system, which is your skin, your hair, and your nails. So that can be a huge motivator for a lot of people, because as great as it is to have everything on the inside working, people can't see the inside, right? So it helps you be healthy on the inside if you feel and look healthy and beautiful on the outside. And water does that for you amazingly. It will make your hair more voluminous, more shiny. It'll make it grow faster. For your skin, it'll get rid of acne. It'll lessen your wrinkles. For your nails, you'll grow long, strong nails. So I mean, think about how much money you spend on products to do this for you when you could just drink water. So now that we've talked about water and what it does for you and how it works, let's get to the more basic tactics of how to get water. Because I think it is hard for a lot of people to drink water because they've developed habits that are comforting to them to sort of get them through the day, like having your morning cup of coffee, which I am not knocking. I definitely have my morning cup of coffee. I have more than one cup of coffee a day. I mean, right now I'm working nights, so caffeine is necessary to function for me at least. So I'm not judging. But it's hard to create new habits is what I'm saying. So you need to be drinking at least 2 liters of water a day. Let's talk about some tips for motivating you to do that. So for me, one thing that really helped me was I went out and I bought a new water bottle. Actually, I'm going to go get it for you. Hold on. Okay. This is the water bottle that I got. It's not a hydro flask, but we got 2 of these for like 20 bucks at Costco, so it doesn't have to be expensive, but it still keeps my water really cold for most of the day. So the reason I bought this was because this is a liter, and I know that if I drink 2 of these, I'm good. And that just makes it easier to keep track of, because sometimes if you're just going cup by cup, you might lose track. I know some people, though, that will make like little marks on their cup throughout the day. So whatever works for you. But obviously, if you're not keeping track and you're not getting enough, then it's all pointless, right? So I also like this because it is big, which might be a negative for some people. But for me, it means that it doesn't fit in my bag, so I'm carrying it around, which means I'm drinking it a lot more. Because sometimes you put it in your purse and you forget about it, and then you go all day without drinking water. So what good does that do you? Okay, another tip for making water fun is you can, well, this is really basic, but you could do either regular water or you can do ice water. I like ice water. I feel like it cools me down, especially in the heat of the summer out here in New Mexico. It's hot. And then another thing I do is I probably drink like 2 of these a day. This is flavored sparkling water. So it's just carbonated water. Which some people might think is gross. I think I used to. But another plus of drinking a lot of water is you start to taste things way better. I'm serious. It's kind of crazy. So things like soda and really sweet desserts almost start to be sickeningly sweet. Because your taste buds are working better, I guess, because you're not drinking things that could potentially damage them. So that's really cool. And then my last tip for getting more water is that it doesn't always have to be water. A lot of foods have a lot of water in them too. So things like any kind of fruit or vegetable that is sort of juicy or has a lot of water, like cucumber, watermelon, tomatoes, those will give you water as well. So those are my tips for making sure that you get your water in, and I think there's always a way for you to be able to find something that works for you if you are just grossed out or not excited by plain water. Now I want to talk about how to make sure you're hydrated. So there's a couple ways that are really easy. It's not like you got to go get lab work done to know if you're hydrated. Okay, so first, if you're thirsty, you're dehydrated. Because thirst is a reflex from the body. That's your body telling you, I need water. So if you're getting to the point where your body's begging you for water, that means you should have been drinking water already. So right now, if you're thirsty, stop this video and go get some water. Okay, the next one is, like we were talking about before, your integumentary system, your hair, nails, and skin are gonna start to, you're just gonna start to have a glow about you. So not only is water good for you, but it's good for your bank account, because instead of spending money on lotions and fancy shampoo and conditioner and chapstick, you're just drinking water and you don't need those things anymore. The last way to tell if you're hydrated or not is when you pee. If you pee and it looks clear and light yellow, you're probably good. So that's how you can tell if you're hydrated. So that's my video for this week. Stay around for a little bit longer because you're still going to get a fun fact at the end. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate everyone's support. If you have any ideas for videos you'd like to see from me, comment below. Please subscribe and ring the bell so that way you get notifications for my videos that I drop every Saturday morning. And give me a thumbs up if this one helped you at all. All right, guys, have a healthy week. All right, everyone, you made it to the end. You get your fun fact that makes you smarter and more interesting. And here it is. Of course, it has to do with this week's video on drinking water. So a lot of times when I'm talking to my patients about the importance of drinking water, they tell me, and sometimes they say it jokingly, but hey, I drink a lot of tea and coffee and soda. That all has water in it. Isn't that my water? And regardless of whether they're serious or they're joking, probably a part of them is convinced by that. And it kind of makes sense when you first think about it. You're like, how do I make coffee? It's water with coffee in it. How do I make tea? Same thing. So aren't I getting my water from that? Well, the answer is no. And I'll tell you why. Because those things have caffeine. And caffeine is what we call a diuretic, which means it makes you diurese, which is a fancy word for saying it makes you have to pee a lot. So whenever you drink coffee, tea, soda as a substitute for water, you end up actually losing more water than you're taking in because it's making you have to go pee. So there's your fun fact, guys. Please share that with people, and you never know, they might just make a positive change to a healthier life. And I hope you guys all have a great week. Thanks again for listening, and that's it for me. Okay, bye.